Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So we're going to start with chapter integers. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is integers on number line. Yes, good evening. Okay, so let me first explain how do we represent the integers on number line. The first question is, what are the integers? Integers are the special numbers that include 0 and the positive and negative numbers, right? That is the very basic definition of the integers. Integers are the numbers that include 0, that includes 0, positive numbers and negative numbers, right? So that means that is like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, and -1, -2, -3. Either you write positive sign with them or without positive, that is exactly same, right? So these are the integers. You can even note down the definitions. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the definitions or examples as well. Okay, now we're going to learn how do we represent the integers on number line. So let me just explain how do we represent integers on number line, right? Okay, here is the number line. Here is the 0 exactly in the middle of the number line, right? On the right hand side you have all positive numbers, and on the left hand side of the 0 you have all negative numbers, right? So as you are moving far from 0 on the positive side, the numbers are getting greater and greater, right? Like for example, the next number right after 4 is 5, and 5 is greater than 4, right? The next after 5 is 6, and 6 is greater than 5. Each next number is greater than the previous one, right? And on the negative sign side, as you are moving far from 0, right? The next one is -5. The numbers are getting smaller and smaller. -5 is less than -4. The next one is -6. -6 is less than -5, right? So for the right hand side, as you are moving far from 0, the numbers are getting greater and greater, right? But on the negative side, if you as you are moving far from 0, the numbers are getting smaller and smaller, right? Now let's just start with the lesson in teachers on number line, and let's do some of the practice questions. Okay, type the missing number. So just look at the number line. The numbers you have is -97, -16, -95, -94. So which number is missing between 91 and -93? Yes, between -91 and -93, the missing number is negative 92, right? That means the missing one is negative 92. Let's just start with the test questions. Type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, the number between negative 2 and negative 4 is, it is negative 3, right? That means the next number is negative 3. The missing number is negative 3. Very good. Okay, type the missing number. Which number right after negative 23? The next number after negative 23 is, the numbers are getting smaller, right? You can see they're starting from, yes, that is 22. So that would be negative 22. Very good. Type the missing number. So which number is missing? The number missing number is between negative 58 and negative 60. So which number is it? Yes, that would be negative 59, right? That means the missing number is negative 59. Very good. Type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, that means the missing one is, it is 5. Very good. Type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, the missing number is the number that is between negative 20 and negative 22. So which number is it? Yes, that would be negative 21. So the correct option is negative 21. Type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, the missing number is 4. Very good. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Which is the number between negative 91 and negative 93? Yes, that would be negative 92. So the correct option is negative 92. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, very good. That would be 2. The correct option is 2. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, that would be negative 6. Type the missing number. So which is missing? Yes, the missing number is negative 49, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? The next lesson is absolute values, I think. Graphing integers, right? How do we graph integers, right? We're going to learn how do we graph integers. What percent of the car models get 24 mpg or less, right? Basically, we have to use the box and whisker split for the data. And the box and split data converts the data into 4 sections, right? So you have 100%. When you convert the 100% into 4 equal parts, that would be 25% each, right? So the percent, what percent of the car models 24 mpg? That means 24 is below 24, you have only one section, and that contains 25% of the data, right? That means 25% of the data get mpg, that is less, right? Let's just skip this lesson. Okay, let's just start with the lesson, that is absolute values and opposite integers. So first we're going to learn what are the absolute values, right? Okay, you can note down the definition of the absolute values. I'm going to write the definition on the board. So absolute values are the non-zero, non-negative values. Okay, absolute value means to remove any negative sign in front of a number and to think of all numbers are positive. That is the easiest definition for the of the absolute values, right? That means no negative sign is allowed with the absolute value. For example, you have negative sign. This is the sign you put for the absolute value, so it would be positive. The absolute value for positive 5 is also positive, right? That means no negative sign exists in the absolute values. And the other one is yes. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. The other value is opposite values. What are the opposite values? The opposite values is, like, for example, you have negative 6. You have to calculate the opposite value of negative 6. So opposite value of negative 6 would be positive value. It would be on the other side of the 0, right? The same distance of the value on the other side of 0. So you have negative 6 on the left hand side of the 0. That means on the right hand side it would be just with the opposite sign. Same distance with opposite sign, right? So that would be positive 6. Now let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, here it is. Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, what is the opposite of negative 4? So opposite of negative 4 is, that would be positive 4, right? You have to just change the sign. If it is negative, that means the opposite value is positive, and if it is positive, that means the opposite value would be negative. So opposite of negative 4 is positive 4, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, what is the absolute value of negative 8? Which is the correct option? That would be positive 8. Very good, because no negative signs in the absolute value, right? What is the absolute value of 5? So which is the correct option? 5 is already a positive number, right? That means its absolute value is also positive. What is the absolute value of negative 9? Absolute value of negative 9 would be, that would be positive 9, right? No negative sign exists in case of absolute values, so it would be positive 9. What is absolute value of 4? So which is the correct option? Absolute value of 4 is already a positive number, right? So absolute value of 4 is 4. What is absolute value of 6? So which is the correct option? The absolute value 6 is already a positive number, right? So it would be a positive number. Okay, what is the absolute value of negative 1? That would be positive 1. What is the absolute value of 2? Yes, it is 2. Very good. What is the opposite of 10? The same value with opposite sign it is, right? So that means that would be negative 10. What is the opposite of negative 8? The absolute value of negative 8 is, yes, the same value with the opposite sign. So it would be positive 4. The correct option is positive 4. 8. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on. Next lesson is compare and order integers. So now we're going to learn how do we compare the integers. The basic thing you have to understand here is integers are the numbers including 0, the positive numbers and negative numbers, right? 0 is exactly the middle one. So on the right hand side of the 0, you have all positive numbers, they all are greater than 0. On the left hand side, you have all negative numbers, they all are less than 0. That means negative numbers are always less than 0 and positive number, right? No matter what number it is, right? If you have to compare two negative numbers, for example, you have to compare negative 6 and negative 4. Just see which number is more far from 0. Negative 6 is here, negative 4 is here. Negative 6 is far from 0. Negative 6 is then less than negative 4, right? That's the thing you have to understand for the negative number when you're going to compare two negative numbers. The number that is more far from 0 is more less than the number, right? Let's just start with the practice questions. These are the basic things you have to understand. Now let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? You have to compare 2 and negative 1. So which is the correct option? You have to compare 2 and negative 1. So which is the correct option? 2 is a positive number and the 1 is negative number, right? So obviously positive number is greater than negative. So 2 is greater than negative 1. Which words makes the statement true? So which is the correct option? Negative 15 and negative 8. So when you compare both the numbers with 0, right? Negative 15 is far than negative 8. So negative 15 is smaller than negative 8, right? So negative 15 is less than negative 8, right? Which words make this statement true? 16 and negative 16. Which is the correct option? Yes, that would be 16 is a positive number, and positive numbers are always greater than the negative numbers. Negative 6 and 10 you have to compare. So, which is the correct option? Negative numbers are always less than the positive numbers. So, negative 6 is less than 10, right? The correct option is less than. Okay, the next one is negative 9 and negative 7. You have to compare. So, which is the correct option? Negative 9 is negative 9 is less than negative 7, right? Because negative 7 is farther from 0 than negative 7. So, negative 9 is less than negative 7. Which sign makes the statement true? Negative 8 and 5. Negative 8 is less than 5. Which words make the statement true? 7 and negative 7. 7 is a positive number, right? Positive number is always greater than the negative 1. So, 7 is greater than negative 7. What makes the statement true? 2 and you have to compare it to 0. Yes, 2 is greater than 0. Which words make the statement true? Negative 1 and 0. Negative 1 is less than 0. Negative 1 is less than 0. What makes the statement true? Negative 4 and you have to compare it to negative 8. Yes, negative 4 is greater than negative 8. Very good. What makes the statement true? Negative 9 and 6. So, which is the correct option? The correct one is negative 9 is less than 6. What makes the statement true? 4 and negative 3. Yes, 4 is greater than negative 3 because 4 is a positive number. So positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. Negative 4 and 5, which is the correct option? Yes, negative 4 is less than 5. Negative 4 is less than 5. What makes the statement true? Negative 4 and negative 2. Yes, negative 4 is less than negative 2, right? Less than negative 2. Negative 2 and 3, which is the correct option? Yes, negative 2 is less than 3. Okay, we are done with the lesson. The next lesson is integer inequalities with absolute values, right? So you have integers and absolute values. You have to see how do you solve their inequalities, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, you have to compare the absolute value of negative 1 and the absolute value of 1. So which is the correct option? They both are exactly equal, right? Absolute value means a positive value. So they both have the positive value. So they both are exactly equal. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of 0 and absolute value of negative 2. So which is the correct option? Absolute value of negative 2 is 2 and 0 is 0. So 0 is, yes, 0 is less than 2. Okay, the next one is which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of 7 and negative 9 you have to compare. So which is the correct option? Absolute value of 7 is 7, right? So 7 is greater than negative 9. It would be greater. Greater than negative 9 it is. Okay, absolute value of 3 and 7 you have to compare. So absolute value of 3 and 3 is greater than 3 is less than 7, right? Which sign makes the statement true? 0 and absolute value of -8. Yes, that would be 0 is less than 8 because the absolute value of -8 is 8. Which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of -4 and absolute value of -3. So, which is the correct option? They both have the positive values. So, 4 is greater than 3. The correct option is greater. Which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of -9 and 5. Yes, 9 is greater than 5. The correct option is greater. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Yes, that would be -7 is less than 6. Which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of 4 and you have to compare it to -5. So, which is the correct option? Absolute value of 4 is 4, right? And 4 is less than -5. 4 is, oh, greater than, sorry, 4 is positive, 4 is greater than -5. Which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of 9 and absolute value of 5. So, which is the correct option? Yes, 9 is greater than 5. Which sign makes the statement true? -3 and absolute value of 6. -3 is less than absolute value of 6, right? Which sign makes the statement true? 3 and absolute value of 2. 3 is greater than 2, right? Which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of -1 and -8. Absolute value of -1 is 1, so 1 is greater than -8, right? Which sign makes the statement true? 2 and absolute value of -2. 2 is equal to absolute value of -2. They both are exactly equal, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we're working on is integers. The lessons we have covered from the chapter are integers on number line, absolute values and opposite integers, compare and order integers, and integer inequalities with absolute values. So that is your homework. Please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, either you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, or either you can search the YouTube channel, right? Because I am already done with all the lessons from aplusstudents.com. How do you search the channel? Just go to YouTube like this. Just follow the instructions. Go to YouTube. Just write a lesson name over here. For example, you're going to search the lesson we did today, integers, understanding integers or absolute values, right? Absolute values, followed by the session less chapter, sorry, followed by the l- channel name, that is A plus classes, right? So when you search for this, you can see here absolute values are in grade 6 also, then grade 7, and then grade 8. Here is all the lessons that have the word absolute value included, right? So you can just search, go for the channel, go for the grade 8, and you can go through the video. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.